Hey guys, what is up, buddy? Welcome to episode 100 of my Minecraft Evolution Survival Let's Play. So, I did not think, from the beginning, that we're ever going to get to this number. But here we are. So, I'm going to be talking in this video as if you guys don't know me, because probably most of you will not know me. As in, you're probably going to be watching this for the first time and wondering, ooh, fancy world. So, right now, so in this episode, I want to do a world tour. I'm kind of doing things out of place. I'm a bit I'm a bit all over the place right now. But I have some good plans. So first of all, what is the evolution let's play, for those who don't know? So basically, this is a let's play where we started all the way back in InfDev and progressed slowly all the way up to where we are now. And we're going to continue until we get to modern day Minecraft. Okay? So, I say we just get started. So right here, you might be wondering, why am I just on a little sheet of ice? Well, this is actually our spawn point. This is where everything started. You know, all of this, it started right here. Well, on one of these blocks here. I mean, eventually I started mining this down and then, water spread. You get it, right? But this is where we originally started. And I remember I went, over there, got some wood, and all that, you get it, right? You know how to do an episode 1. But yeah, this is our, little spawn beach here. But this is, spawn. This is where, when I die, and I don't have a bed, I'm always here. I mean, I never have a bed. I do not have any beds. So, I guess the first thing we can show off is the spawn station. This is probably one of the more useless things that I made. I mean, it goes right there. You can run there faster than by the time you get done a Minecraft. I mean, there's a powered rail here and all that. But yeah, I kind of want to go in a little bit of an order, kind of not in the order how things are made, because then we'd be there, you get it, we'd be all over the place. But if I'm just going to go in kind of order of where they are. So I think we're going to start off by going right here to my quarry. Oh yeah, by the way, if you're wondering, this is just, I literally just gathered some cobblestone from here. I think this is where I gathered the cobblestone to make a furnace for the quarry. Literally, my house is over there and I decided to mine for some cobblestone to get a furnace. So yeah, that's kind of how it works, kind of how it happened. So this is my quarry, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna make a quarry like the new Cubist did. I did not realize that this is 5 times bigger. It was meant to. I thought Neo did 100 by 100, but he did a 50 by 50. This is 128 by 128. This is a very big quarry, very big. I did this without enchantments, before enchantments were added, and before insta mining was added. So once I did have enchantments, I only had efficiency 1, so it wasn't really good. And it was on my shovel mainly. But dude, all of this, mostly I've gathered dirt from this. You won't see any cobblestone in these chests because I'm always out of cobblestone. I'm poor when it comes to cobblestone. It's always cobblestone and wood. Those are the things I never have. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to have a look around, I will be showing whenever there's a big area of chests, I will be showing you guys what's inside. You can see most of it is literally just, there's a utility chest. That one's empty, this one just has a bunch of random stuff. You can see this is before signs were stackable. So I kind of wanted to keep these in there as a little memory. Same with this one. Now most of these are just filled with dirt, as you can see. Oh, this one is coal. This one, I mean, I have used a lot of these resources, so this is not everything I've gathered from the quarry. A lot of it's just in my builds. We have, oh, that's a lot of arrows actually. I think that's my original bow. I was wondering where that went. Some more dirt, we have gravel and flint. Some more dirt, there's dirt everywhere. I just have way too much dirt from this. And yeah, all the cobblestone has been used in builds, and I'm always out of cobblestone. Right now I have in total I have over a double chest, but that is not a lot. So if we go over here, this is my little ideas wall. I mean, this is not all of my ideas. Most of them are on a piece of paper, because I usually write down ideas when I'm at school. Because, doing classwork is overrated, you gotta start writing down ideas. But yeah, I don't recommend it, guys. Don't do that. You should probably learn at school instead. Probably a better idea. I found a little few things. Collect every item in each update. Gold farm. Gold farm is gonna be in probably 1.5. Quarry down to bedrock. Yeah, that's gonna have to wait. Craft knot chapels. I have actually crafted a knot chapel in this world. Knot chapel farm, don't have that yet. Sky City is cancelled. I wonder how. Oh, it was still here. And drain a monument. And the reason why I wanted to cancel Sky City is, I mean, it's gonna look really ugly. The idea was the design I had and the placement. Oh yeah, I did get rid of you know, it was like a hollow square. I had to get rid of it. Yeah, it was literally just right over there. So where do we go next? I think we should go to the InfDev Market. So yeah, this area, by the way, a little bit out of context. This area is called InfDev Town because we started in InfDev. So I decided, you know, since this is like spawn and all that, we should call it InfDev Town. So these areas here are little market stores I made back in like beta, like very early beta. You know, some bread, cobblestone. Oh, I really wish it was cobblestone there. Then over here we have my storage shed, which I use a lot more than you think. I mean, not really for storage. Like you can see, these are pretty old items, and this one just has a bunch of leaves, a bunch of random leaves. Oh yeah, if you're wondering how I got these leaves, there used to be like a big clump of leaves here from my tree farm because I could never be bothered to chop down the big tree. So there was just a bunch of floating clump, like a big floating clump of leaves. I'll try and put an image up on screen, but yeah. It was just really ugly, so I decided one day, you know what, let's just grab some shears and just destroy it. And we got random leaf types because around, I think it was beta 1.2? Yeah, I think it was then, when all of the leaves got randomized on the trees. So I usually call those InfDev trees. So if you go over here, you'll see this tree has a bunch of random leaves. And I call this an InfDev tree because they only happen in InfDev chunks and like anything before Alpha 1.0.8. So only the InfDev chunks because, you know, I didn't really explore much in Alpha, in early Alpha. So yeah, that's that. This is my little fountain area. I also built this around beta. Most of these like little small builds were built around beta. And you can see I used wool and some, you know, I was doing the old style kind of building. You can see right now we're in 1.3.1. And yeah. Next thing I have to show... Oh, yeah, actually. The fountain was actually next on my list. The OG farm. So this was my original farm. It is pretty much abandoned. I do not really use it much. You can see a lot of villagers have gone in here. We'll talk about the villagers later. There's a very long story about them. But yeah, they kind of trampled my crops a little bit. It wasn't very nice, so I eventually just... I kind of left it. In here, I just have a bunch of, like, random stuff. You know, nothing too crazy. These are a lot of newer things, especially in here. You can see coal ore couldn't be gathered before 1.0. Then over here is like a little viewing deck. That's kind of a nice view. Never really looked out of this. Huh. By the way, guys, if you stick around to the end of the episode, you're gonna see a really cool montage, like edit that I made of like every single thumbnail up to now. So yeah, stick around, stay tuned for that. I mean, stick around for that. Up next, we have the bakery. So this was also built around beta. You can see this was my first ever build with sandstone. And I was using a lot of spruce, a little oak. This was completely my design, and I think it turned out pretty good. The door is gone, because villagers hide in here, and then zombies break down the doors, and then they despawn. So, this was good. This was just going to be for bread and cake. I never put any bread or cake, but, you know, it was just a little bit of a something. Nothing too crazy. What do I show next? Fish restaurant. So this was actually the first, like, proper build in this world. I mean, I don't remember if this came first or that. I think this one was off camera, and this one was on camera. This is my first, like, good build on camera. And, of course, one of the doors are missing, because you know how zombies are. But this was, like, a little fish restaurant. And, you know, you can just sit down, eat. You have a chef who doesn't exist. Maybe we'll put a villager there at some point. They seem to love this restaurant so much, so maybe we'll put one in there. And yeah, I remember building this, and I remember enjoying building this, actually. I actually found it really fun. And the roof is made of stone slabs and all that. This was before stone brick was a thing, so we had to use cobblestone. I do use a lot of stone brick in this world, by the way. Like, as you can see, I am obsessed with stone brick. It looks really good. But yeah, next thing I made... I mean, this was actually the first build I made when it comes to, like, other than my house and the... This is like the first like towny build I made, and this is literally just a 1-to-1 replica of a villager blacksmith. Even with the chest in the right spot. Maybe I'll put some loot in there at some point. You can see this is South Market Street. I remember naming these and I do not remember any of the names. So yeah, up next we have the skeleton spawner. So by the way, these villagers are very broken, so if you see a bunch of villagers flying, we'll talk about that later. This is my skeleton spawner. The door has also been broken down because villagers hide in here as well. Super annoying. But this is literally... Oh, he's in there. Oh, but he has a good trait. That's why I didn't kill him. But it's just my little bit of a skeleton spawner. You guys actually are... For those who have watched the Let's Play, you actually don't know about this dog because I got him like 2 days ago and just put him in here. He's my company. He just keeps me company in the skelly spawner. So basically how this works is like a spawner somewhere hidden there, and then the skeletons just gonna get pushed down. None of them are spawning because that is the spawn area. You just sit in here and then you're like just a few blocks away. I think this might be... Where is this spawner? I don't know, I'm not gonna look for it. By the way, for those who have watched the last episode, you will also notice that my tools are repaired. I decided to just get some new tools, and they're not even that good. I AFK'd for like 3 hours, and we didn't get many good enchantments. But if you guys heard, that was a skeleton falling down. And by the way, this is one of the oldest chests in this world. You can see unstacked bread. This is the only chest that has unstacked food and buckets, which can now be stacked. So yeah, really cool memory. And you can see we have some skeletons that already spawned. And you just kind of kill them, and they kind of drop. And you might be wondering what happens if there's too many here. They're going to die from entity cramming. But for some reason, in this version, entity cramming is... It only affects players, not mobs. So, nothing to worry about there. Let's go back up. And now I'm going to show you the fortress. And I'm probably also going to sleep because it's nighttime. Yeah, this world is... It took me... So I've been building on this world since May. Oh, you guys just saw some... Yeah, we'll explain that later. I've been building on this world since May 10th, 2025. So it's not too long ago, like about half a year ago. You can check out episode 1 in the link in the description below. I will put a playlist link in the description. So just click on that and it'll take you to the first episode. But this is my fortress. Let me just stand back because this thing is massive. If you want to see the entire thing. This thing was completely my design. This is probably one of my best builds that were just my design. I did not steal from anyone else. And it is absolutely huge. This took up around 49 stacks of logs, oak logs, and 18 stacks of spruce logs. And then also, you know, 80 something stacks of stone bricks. Yeah, that part's not important. But yeah, inside it's a very big area. I will put like a full-on village in here. Right now it's still a bit of a work in progress. And this is my original villager breeder. I got rid of the doors because they were breeding way too much. Like I joined back into the world and there was like 300 villagers here. Most of them have died by now, so there's only, you can see on the top left when it says E:, 133 are being rendered right now. And that's like entities, so probably like 120. But yeah, for some reason these guys really like this corner, and they're really buggy. So this is just a visual thing, like they're actually up here, and there's like hundreds up here. I don't know why, and then they like fall down, and like when there's too many in one spot, they start really bugging out. And when they start bugging out, they just start flying, and it looks like a flipping Herobrine villager. But it's only a visual thing. It's not like they don't actually like move like that. But yeah, this was the original like spawning thing. I got this from a tutorial. I mean, I decorated it a bit, but it was originally just like the planks and the jack-o'-lantern. Now you can see some of the doors are in here, and the rails, bed, crafting table, and I was also getting a bunch of trees over here because I needed a bunch of wood. But yeah, if you want to tour inside the fortress, then basically you can, there's like 4 pillars. You go up here, you have like different like areas to go. I mean, all of this just leads to other pillars. I mean, I call them turrets. And yeah, wait, I just realized something. Hold on a second. Wait. Just give me a sec, I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure I messed something up. Why does my episode plans not go... Oh. Okay, so there's 79 plans for me. 79 things for me to show you. Actually, no, technically it is 80. But yeah, you guys are gonna be... There's 80 things for me to show you. Right now we're on the 7th. But yeah, every turret has its own like little chests, and like they're gonna be filled with arrows one day, and maybe we'll have like an invasion video, like, you know, someone. And you can see here we have a little area where you can like shoot from these little areas. It looks really good. I don't know, I really like it. And then my favorite spot is up here. You have these really cool, like, I really like the roof I made. The roofs of these. Like, they're very creative. And they actually use lapis blocks here for some reason. They just kind of look good. And yeah, I really think it turned out really good. I made this in a creative world, and I was like, you know what? Let's build this in my survival world. This looks sick. And then I eventually just did that. It was originally meant to be a watchtower. Like, I built one of these, and I was like, yeah, that's me, the watchtower. But then I was like, that looks so good. I want to make a full-on castle out of this. Because we used to have a really ugly castle. I don't know if I can find an image, but if I have, then you'll see it on screen. If you haven't, then you won't see it on screen. But yeah, that's kind of it for the fortress, sadly. Oh no, that was the 13th thing. Oh, I was talking about that. Okay, you know what, forget it. Next thing is the library. So this is my library. This was kind of completely my design. I got inspired by some build I saw on like a beta world tour, beta 1.7.3 world tour, and I was like, you know, it looks really cool. It looks like an average ancient British building, so I decided to kind of keep it. Oh, the zombies broke down this door as well? Seriously? But yeah, this is just my little library. We have, you know, some bookshelves around here. We have a nice little, you know, area for payment if you want to buy a book. And up here you have a little, you know, you can sit down, you can read with your friends, with your mates, or you can have your kids in here, play around in this wool on the carpet. I don't know. Just a little idea I had. These bookshelves are not very accessible, I just realized, but that's okay. That's besides the point. Okay, these chests are completely empty, so nothing really to see there. And one thing I actually forgot to put on my... Actually, never mind. Yeah, forget it. So this is over here, the plant shop. And this thing was... I don't remember what episode we built this on, but this was like the... It's the most recent out of all these builds. As in, like, these, like, structures, like the small ones. This is actually the most recent one. Around maybe, like, episode 50, 60 I built this. Why would I do that? It's a habit, guys, I swear. But yeah, you can see I just had like every type of like sapling. I mean, now there's jungle saplings. We had sugarcane. We have some tables. We had a cactus over here, but then I broke through the ground bags, and then you know, and then that happened. And then we have a missing stone brick. Ah, I actually have stone bricks. There we go. So yeah, in beta 1.8, Enderman could pick up any block, so they would just destroy my builds. It was so annoying. This is my little mushroom area. They keep on growing, but I think that's okay. Can I plant? We'll leave them. Just a bit of mold. We have some wheat. We have a melon, some pumpkins, a nice little window to see outside. I actually think this view is pretty nice. Not gonna lie. Over here we have my vines. This is a vine shop. And by the way, I want to make this video around an hour long, probably not longer. But yeah, just saying. But yeah, this is my little vine area. This is the closest I have to a vine farm. I've still not made a farm for these, and I have a farm for like everything else basically. I mean, now you can also make iron farms and ice farms, which I'm gonna be doing soon. But yeah, stay tuned for that. So next up, whenever I'm looking around, I'm actually looking at my phone. Plant shop, small farm. So then I built this farm. I don't know why. It's completely pointless. Like, it gives me like just over a stack of wheat basically. So yeah, it's not really great. But hey, I have a bunch of maps. Oh wow, I'm actually rendering a lot of this. That's cool. Yeah, it's the map. That's kind of cool. But yeah, if we go over here, we can see the spider spawner exhibit. So for some reason, this thing, if you look on the top left on the F3 menu, there's this thing next to beach. You can see BLSLRL. SL means sunlight. So for some reason, sunlight goes through the wall now and lights up this area. And if I put a torch and update it, it actually does not fix it. I mean, I'm not complaining. I actually like it. I think it makes it look a lot better. Yeah, you can see a bunch of spideys down there. And well, I'll show you the farm in a sec. The next thing I wanted to show you is I guess I can show you my snow farm while I'm here. So yeah, the snow golem died because it always dies for some reason. It's so annoying. But it gave me quite a lot of snow. So that's quite nice. Then over here is probably my... I need to really make this look a lot better, but this is my dragon egg. And yeah, we defeated the Ender Dragon in episode 56, so yeah, I have the dragon egg here. But again, I really feel like I should have made it a lot better. You know, I think this is it. We'll improve at some point. The next thing I have to show you guys. Like, I have to show you guys, not like I'm meant to show. You know, forget it. This is my reeds farm. This is completely my design, and I think it turned out pretty nice. So we just kind of go in there. A bit loud. Maybe I'll turn the sound down a bit to like 50. But yeah, you just kind of harvest the sugarcane, and it should give you exactly 2 stacks. And if it doesn't, that means you missed some. Like, you didn't collect all of them. But it's meant to give you exactly 2 stacks. So if I check my inventory now, I have exactly 2 stacks. So that means we collected everything. This is my original wall of ideas, and again, like, this has not been updated in a while, so I need to add a lot of stuff to this. You can see some of my ideas here, and some of them do repeat, as over there. And we have some signs in here for actually making these. Yeah. So up next we have. Oh yeah, I kind of missed this one. We have to go back. I missed 2 things here. So we have the original Inf-Dev Town Station. This was the first design. This was called Homeville at the very beginning. I made this in like alpha maybe. Actually no, I think I made it at the same time as the markets. But yeah, basically you just kind of put your minecart down. You can go to the spawn or the quarry. We'll go to spawn because we've already been to the quarry. I mean, we've been to spawn as well. And that over there is my first ever sugarcane farm. I have a lot of sugarcane farms in this world. So if I just go back, I'm about to sneeze. Hold on a sec. All right, never mind. I'm fine. If we just break the minecart. So over here, this is my original sugarcane farm. Yeah, there's a bunch of slabs on here. I used to just fall into the water, so it is better. But yeah, I have a water ceiling, which I think turned out pretty cool. I really like it. But yeah, this is my original sugarcane farm. You have to jump over the tracks to get there. Not the safest of my builds, but you know, it does the job. Yeah, that looks a lot better. What's this? Oh, okay, so it says on 2 sides. I actually kind of forgot about that. It's one of my chests, just here. I kind of just had this here for a while. Let me just put away my reeds. I call them reeds. I know it's called sugarcane. Like, I'm very aware of it, but I like calling it reeds. Do I have arrows in there? I do. So yeah, my main food source is steak, so, you know, that's kind of cool. So I think the next thing I'm going to show is the melon/pumpkin farm. So over here was, this was originally going to be kind of like Ethos Labs farm, but then I just made it my own basically. But you can see like a few things got gathered from this. I'm stuttering a lot, it's so annoying. You can see just a bunch of melons, pumpkins, you can like break these and then like kind of harvest it. And you can see there's a bunch of like, you know, it's not just like a little thing, there's actually like stuff behind it. Can I insta-mine this? Oh no, I can't. I mean, I'm just gonna harvest this real quick, but yeah. There we go. So if we just put these in here, you can see we have a lot of stuff in that. And this was the original tree farm, and there's a big problem with it. It's really inefficient. There's only like 3 of these, and when I say this is the OG tree farm, I still use it to this day. I made this on like episode 45, and I still use it, and I really need to make a new one, because I'm always on a shortage of wood. Like, I only have like 2 stacks left on my chest or something. Let's go to sleep again. And the next thing I have to show you guys will be... Oh yeah, I forgot to add this to my list, but we have the actual spider farm, where you just go down here. I mean, this is really old. I made this in like episode 5, so this is really old. You can see you just kind of kill the spiders and the string kind of just flows to you. Very, very simple, very rudimentary farm. You can see I have a bunch of random stuff in there, including ender pearls. And this is going to be my AFK area, but then I just never use this farm. Last time I used this was probably like early beta, maybe even alpha. Like, I've not used this in a long time. But yeah. What do we got next? So we done farms, fishing dock. Oh yeah, by the way, the tree farm, all of the stuff goes down here. And then it flows into here, where you just stand here and it all goes into your inventory. And then you can just put it in here. You can see we've got a lot of apples. I mean, I had more sugarcane, but again, I don't really use this for sugarcane. Like, I do not harvest it, like, ever. Then we have some bone meal sorts, and then a bunch of saplings. So that's kind of nice. Then we can go over to here. And we can see this is, like, my little farm area. We have pig farm. This is, like, still the old one. I never actually improved the chicken farm. But they used to just be the same thing, but, like, connected. Then I made it a lot nicer. I don't know why there's sheep in here. I'm very unaware of that. But yeah, this is my little pig pen. And over here we have a cow pen. And then we have a sheep pen. Now, these are not my main farms anymore. I use the ones in VALTIKSTON now. And VALTIKSTON, by the way, is another, like, town. This is just the first town. But this is also the biggest town. The rest of them are, like, way smaller. You can see a bunch of seeds, bunch of stuff, and a bunch of stuff. Oh, I have a ton of sand. Wow. That's, like, really cool. And moss stone. But yeah, over here... Oh, no. We gotta kill him. He's gonna ruin my farm. No. Yes, get up there. Yes, okay. This is my windmill, and I'm very proud of this build. This is one of my better builds in Dev Town. And you can see a very, very large wheat field. This is mainly my wheat farm. I use this a lot more than all the others, because it gives me the most. This thing gives me, like, 9 stacks of wheat. So, I mean, I'm not complaining. So you just kind of go in here. There's nothing really down here, or up here, really. There's, like, literally nothing. Like, when I said there's literally nothing, there's literally nothing. There's literally nothing. Over there's, like, the nose of the windmill, if you guys saw. Ow. Oh, yeah, that's, like, the stone brick, so if I break that, you can see. that we are in the middle of the windmill. Kind of cool, right? But let's fix that now, because, I mean, I dropped a stone brick, but at least I had spares. So, what's the next thing I have to show? Ooh, fishing dock. So, if we go over to here, I'll show you guys the original fishing dock from episode 20. So, these trees are actually really new around here. Very new feature. But this was the original fishing dock, and you just kind of go in here. It's very cozy. My fishing rod is actually at home. This chest I completely forgot I had stuff in. And I realized a few days ago, like, there's just a ton of stuff in it. And we have some fish, and you just kind of stand here and fish, really. And this is Inf-Dev Bridge, by the way. So at some point, I want to build a really big kingdom on the other side, with, like, medieval houses. But, I mean, that's probably not going to commence until in a long time. Like, nowhere near soon. Like, not anytime soon. But yeah, you can see, this is Inf-Dev Bridge. Probably one of my better builds. But you can see it does not connect to the bottom. And here's my reason. I actually had to copy and paste half of my world. So let me explain. So I did build all of these things in survival, but we had a big issue. When I updated from 1.1 to 1.2, that's when the file changed. That's when the save thing changed from McRegion to Anvil, which is now used as well in like 1.3, and I don't know which one used in 1.20 and 1.21. But yeah. We switched to Anvil, and a lot of my world corrupted, and I switched around close to episode 70, and everything went back in time to around episode 62. So my newest builds were not saved, like the Watchtower, the Windmill was the most recent build that was saved. What else wasn't saved? A lot of the house wasn't saved, the apartment wasn't saved, and the mall wasn't saved. Like a lot of these things were not saved, and it was really annoying. But yeah, then eventually I had to use MC Edit to paste in from a newer version of 1.1 to an older version of 1.2. If that makes sense. I know, very, very confusing. But yeah, I had to use MC Edit to paste in my builds. It was very, very complicated. It was such an old version that you couldn't like set the coordinates. So you just had to like kind of guess where everything went. I managed to get everything spot on by just kind of, you know, playing around for way too long. And I could not get the underwater parts done, because it would be a lot more complicated. And also, we followed the very, very new Riverside path. I built this on episode 96, so this is one of my newest builds. Very nice little path. And then it leads to this, which is disgusting. This is my worst build in this entire world. This took me 10 minutes to build. I really rushed this. There's literally nothing here. This is meant to be like a little boat station, like a boat dock, and there's a floating boat, obviously, because, I mean, it's 1.3, what do you expect? But yeah, very, very destroyed. I mean, not destroyed, just very, very bad. But over here, you can see a bunch of stone, and an Inf-Dev tree. But the stone here is also to do with MC Edit. I had to, like, use, like, a draw thing to draw in, like, a bunch of stone. That's why everything looks so perfect. And there was no other way to paste in my world. Also, I managed to align it with this. This one pillar managed to save the world, basically. Because then I knew how to align everything with the pillar. So I had to make this big, like, just draw out, like, a bunch of stone. I didn't build this. You could say I cheated for it, but, I mean, hey, I would have lost the world, okay? I mean, I think it's okay. Oh, I never looked at it underwater. But yeah, then eventually I kind of fixed it, and if I removed it then there would be holes in the water, but eventually I'll just mine it, and I guess I'll just keep the cobblestone. It's fine, it's not even a lot, I mean I have way more. But yeah, this was... I don't even know what this is. What is this? Why is that here? Like, genuinely. Okay, so after the boat dock I have to show the Watchtower. And the Watchtower is actually where this episode's thumbnail was taken. Because the Watchtower is one of my favorite builds. I built this completely myself. Like, I did not use any tutorials or any ideas or any inspiration. Unlike this, which is, like, practically a one-to-one replica. And this, which is a one-to-one replica, basically. With a few minor tweaks. These two were one-to-one replicas, so I do have to give a shout-out. And I will give a shout-out happily. So this one was inspired by One God. With his or her, I don't know. With their... beta 1.7.3 world tour, and this one is by Custer, who also showed his beta 1.7.3 world, except I know it's a his for Custer because he had a microphone. But yeah, This is my little watchtower. You can buy tickets. You can have a little seating area, and then you go up here. This is actually when I've tested my first notch apple. So I jumped down and tested how well the notch apple does. You know, spoiler alert, it does really, really well. Notch apple is like insane in this version. It actually does mine cobblestone faster. Yeah, for some reason you can mine things really fast with efficiency. Like, as long as you have efficiency, it doesn't matter which tool you use. But yeah, I kind of just stood here and took the thumbnail like this. So yeah, that's what this was. And I'm really happy with how the roof turned out. Like, genuinely, it's so beautiful. I mean, you can't really see it from here. It looks like a witch's hat, in my opinion. But yeah. I don't have silk touch, so I can't show you what's my ender chest. I'll show you when I get home. When I'm at home. Wow. I think I could supply from the top, but I'd be on like half a heart or something. I don't know. I've not tried that without feather falling, so I don't want to try it. But yeah. After that, I want to show you guys the mall. So this is the shopping mall, and I do not call it a shopping center. I call it shopping mall. This is the mall. In real life, I call it a shopping center, but this is the mall. The Pall Mall. The Mall. Apparently in the UK, they call it a mall. Yeah, it's not really complete, but I'm planning to complete this around 1.4. So around, you know, December, late December. And, I mean, there's 3 floors. There's this floor, and then there's the 3rd floor. Also, these floors are just temporary. I'm going to completely change them and get rid of a lot of it so that you can actually look down. You can see a very nice glass roof for the areas that were exposed. This is a ridiculous amount of sandstone which is going to be used. I mean, it's redonkulous. It's the most expensive build when it comes to sandstone. Most of it's going to be sandstone. And stone brick, obviously. You can't not have stone brick. Oh, I can reach higher now. I could not reach up there before. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I can reach 7 blocks now. Wait, that's so cool. Okay. But yeah, back then, before 1.3, you could, like, if you were far enough and then you had efficiency 4, you could actually just keep on going straight and it would, like, mine a lot faster than it would normally. For some reason, the further you were, the quicker it mines. I don't know why. Let's hop back down. And next thing I have to show you is the apartment. And of course, if you guys want to see the chest, this is just from mining out this thing. Quite a lot of stuff, but again, you can see there's like no cobblestone in here. Because, again, I mean, this cobblestone is from digging out the tunnel. But yeah, there's no cobblestone because I always use the cobblestone because I'm always out of cobblestone. And I can actually show you guys this tunnel. So the tunnel just goes to over there. Over there. Very long tunnel, like around 150 blocks. I'll show you guys the other side of the tunnel later. But yeah, let's go up into the apartment and see what Infdev Town looks like at night from up high. I think I've ever done that before. Yeah, again, this is another incomplete build. There's no interior and the balconies are not done yet. So as you can see, the balconies are just pitch black. If I go up one more block, one more level. Yeah, this thing has like 12 floors or something. You can see here, no light on the balconies, but the interior is always lit up because, you know, you gotta work on the interior. But yeah, this is right now just completely empty. And only the exterior was inspired by one guard. And also, without the planks, he did not have planks. And I think the planks make it look a lot nicer. Reminds me a lot of one of the houses that I lived in. I lived in like this big apartment a long time ago. When I was like 4. It was in London, called the the Admiralty Building. Kingston upon Thames. Do recommend it. Very, very nice, but very, very expensive as well. You can see a very, very nice view of Infdev Town. Oh, it actually is pretty well lit up. See, Infdev Town looks tiny from up here. Like, it's just so tall. It looks so tiny. And this is also, this is the old height limit. You can see I didn't build another floor because, I mean, not only is this like perfectly fine, like enough floors, but also up there the torches are at Y level 127, and 128 used to be the height limit, so you could not build any higher. But ever since 1.2, it's now 256, and that's why it converted to anvil, and then my world got destroyed. This entire build is also gone. So all of the sandstone that I gathered was just gone. And, you know, very, very expensive mistake. But yeah. If we head down to the... Oh yeah, I was meant to show the underground tunnel. Like, I was actually meant to show that. Alright, let's do it then. You know what I mean? There's like a bunch of mobs out here. It's so annoying. But yeah, let's go and sleep. I think it's just gonna be a nuisance to be awake. So let's just have a nice nap. We're gonna go down here, and this is the underground tunnel that I showed like 5 minutes ago. And this basically just goes to. This is really close to spawn actually. You'll see where we are in a sec. where this leads to. But yeah, this is around 150 blocks. Infdev Town is not that big yet, but I promise it will be big at some point. And it's going to be renamed to Infdev City once I feel like it, once I actually add skyscrapers and all that. This build was built on episode 98. And this is one of my really cool redstone builds. So if I go down here, oh, you can see this took a lot of brain power. This is just completely me. I do not know how I'm learning redstone this world. I do not want, unless it's like a really complicated farm, I do not want to use a single tutorial for redstone if it's like my own design. And this was extremely complicated. But basically, how it works is, and we actually need to get up first. That would be nice. Basically how it works, you flip a lever, and all it does is raise the pistons. That's literally it. Except the pistons are so close to each other that it's impossible to do it normally with redstone. So I had to make a really compact mechanism, which eventually ended up working. And I'm very happy with it. It was a little bit expensive, but I'm happy that it works. We've gained a profit of 1 stack and 2, because we had 4 stacks like at the beginning. But yeah, over here is one of my nicest builds, and this is my sugarcane farm. Yes, this is the 4th sugarcane farm. We built this in episode 97, and the underground tunnel was on 99, so yesterday. But yeah, this is like really new. And over there is spawn, you can see. So this is like the big glass thing. So if I just harvest the sugarcane, I really like harvesting. I'm not going to collect it from the water, because that's what it. Maybe I'll put like trapdoors. Oh, but you can't put trapdoors. I'm still thinking about what to put on the water to make it stop. I might just do slabs. I mean, that's not an issue. But at the same time, I think the water looks really nice. It adds some color to the room. So I'm still thinking if I actually want to do it. If I was to put carpet, I'd put blue carpet. You can see just a bunch of chests with stuff. And this is my ender chest. So it's not really good. I do not have it like fully done yet. You can see my 2 crafted notch apples and my 25 golden apples. A bunch of steak, which I'm actually going to use. I'm going to get some. And I need to refill it. I was meant to have 2 stacks at the beginning. A diamond hoe, because I always need a hoe. Like, whenever like I'm like farming, I always end up breaking something. And then we have some regen, fire res, and strength. Just in case, you know. Just in case of an emergency. Because you never know when you might need it. And I also need to put ender pearls there soon. What's the next thing to show you guys? I have like a list on my phone, once again. I'll show you guys the parliament building. But yeah, basically we spawned there, and that's the sugarcane farm that I showed, and that's the Infdev tree. So if we go up here into the parliament building, this is one of the builds I've done off camera. I feel like I should not be touring this yet. But, I mean, actually no. Once it's complete, I should not be doing an interior tour, because this is gonna be like one of the secret mission kind of area. You know, where you can't really disclose what's gonna be happening in here. You know, or like the secret. You know, like Area 51. They don't want to tell anyone about what they're doing. So you guys don't get to know about what's in here either. I mean, there's nothing in here right now. You can see just a parliament building. I mean, this is this is also inspired by One Guard, and this is good. The exterior is gonna be a 1-to-1 replica, and then I'll focus on the interior because the interior is not gonna be an art gallery in a library like One Guard did. But yeah, so far it's looking good, but it's nowhere near done. It's like 30% done when it comes to the exterior. So in total it's like 10% done. But yeah, the next thing I have to show you guys is the first ever mine. On episode 1, we gathered some trees and we left this Infdev tree, which is nice. But then we went down here and got our first cobblestone. I decided to keep this here instead of patch it up because this is our first ever mine. You know, you gotta keep these kind of things. That's the first time we ever mined cobblestone. And all of this, by the way, all of Infdev Town is within Infdev chunks, and it will always be like that. And maybe, like, the kingdom side will be on alpha chunks. Because on the other side of the river, a lot of it becomes alpha, like, early alpha chunks. But yeah, that's pretty much it for Infdev Town. There's a few more things. Oh, wait, there's my house. That's like half the video. So we're gonna go into the mine. And this is kind of where we start beginning, you know. This is where we start getting into the house. So this was originally the original Infdev Town station. If I kept on digging, you'd end up in like a big, like, you know, it was a metro station, but then I was like, hell no, it's so boring to travel down there, so then I went above ground. But now this leads to this area. So the reason why we have an end portal here, I did use cheats to get it here. And the reason for that is that in 1.0, I was like, you know what, let's go look for some strongholds so we can go to the nether. I mean, to the end. But turns out I've already explored these areas, and there's only 3 strongholds in the world. So I checked all 3, and the Eyes of Ender led to nowhere. I even went on a seed finder to see if there was a stronghold. It said yes. I went to the coordinates. Nothing. There is no strongholds in this world. But I'm pretty sure in 1.9, when they make it 128 strongholds, then by then, there's probably going to be more that spawn. Maybe. I still don't fully know. But once that is the thing, I'm still going to keep this here, like, as an emergency one. It's going to be illegal to travel here normally. Oh. Good thing I didn't continue jumping. That could have been very bad. Oh, yeah, every time I come here, like, it gets destroyed. Like, my path always gets destroyed. So annoying. So let's just dig out here. So, if you're unaware, this is the old end. And you can see I have done a bit of endstone mining here for the apartment building, which I used on the bottom floor. You can see this is literally just the end, what it looked like. There was just a bunch of random pillars. There is a ton of these pillars. Like, there's way too many. Like, there's like at least 30. But yeah, I killed the Ender Dragon in this exact spot, and then he died, and then the dragon teleported here, and then I collected it. You get it, right? Oh, it gets very green. The end is very green. But yeah, I kind of just went in here. And then you have the old... I wish you could, like, scroll through the credits. That'd be nice. Yeah, you can see I spawned right here because my bed was missing or obstructed. So that is spawn. I mean, it's very far from 0, 0. 0, 0 is like, you know, like the fortress where there was like a big mountain. I can actually show you guys that area. I mean, I won't go across the mountain because that takes a long time. And I do not want to do that. But behind the fortress, there's like this big mountain range. Also inf-dev terrain. And behind the mountain is 0, 0, basically. You can see X0, pretty much. And if I go this way, you can see the big mountain range. So I do have a little creeper face. That's all I've done there. But yeah, behind the mountain is going to be where we build the inf-dev world of wonder, which is going to be basically the fun land. Okay. There was originally meant to be like a little path that goes this way, but I eventually got rid of it. But yeah, over there is going to be, so behind that is like 0, 0 basically. Okay, so let's go over to the slime farm. By the way, guys, I did do a lot of planning for this episode. Like, I've been spending a long time planning out, making a list of what to show first, and like, you know, all of that. So yeah, I really hope you guys do enjoy this video, and I hope I did a good job. But yeah, hopefully we can get some long watch times, because usually it's around like 0 to 2 minutes. But yeah, down here is my slime farm, which does not work. Yep, it was around a month later when I realized that you need slime chunks. I completely forgot about that. But yeah, it just kind of turned into like a little mine. I got like 6 diamonds from this and then used it on like a pickaxe and an axe. Oh, I lost my XP. Wait, how did I lose my XP? Wait, is it because I went through the end? Is that how I lost my XP? Okay, that is really good to know, because I only had like 3 levels, but that's actually really interesting. Huh. You guys remember I started this episode with 3 levels and then they just disappeared. That is really interesting. But is it just a visual bug or is it like an actual thing? Like if I was to kill a mob right now, would I get XP? And would it just like go back to what it was? I don't know, I'll try it later. So this is the entrance, this is the main entrance to my house. And this was the original room. This is the first ever room of this house. And you might be wondering, how is this the first room? There's bricks, there's stone bricks, there's stone. You couldn't obtain these things in InfDev. Let me tell you something. This room is also the most modified build in this world. I have modified this room about 4 times. And it's not like a little bit, like, you know, I added some chests. No. Complete remodels of this room 4 times. It's actually crazy. But over here, I have a lot of memories. These were the original, the original chests were actually here, but then I moved them to here. You can see I've emptied these because I want them to get fully full, and then I like sort them into the chests, because I really like sorting chests. And over here we have a bunch of furnaces. By the way, I really love this room. It's my favorite room in this entire house, probably. You can see a bunch of stone in here from recently. And then we have rails resources, which now is just a bunch of random junk again. Oh! I didn't know that was in there. I should probably, like... Nah, I won't keep that on me. You can see a little bit of coal. A lot of obsidian. I have way too much obsidian. I remember I was mining out this big room. I'll show you guys a bit later. I actually forgot to add that to my list, but you guys will see later. This was my first ever wall sign. When wall signs were added, I made this sign and named it that, and I've never broken it. Many times I tried digging through the wall when I was lazy before this room existed. I was late to go to my main entrance, and I dug through the wall. I always missed the sign by, like, 1 block. I never ended up breaking the sign. It's actually crazy. Then over here, we have 1.2 is here on the 13th of the 10th. And then we have 1.3 has arrived on the 13th of the 11th. So, you know, for now, like, most updates are going to be... Actually, no, every single update from now on until 1.21.9 is going to be on the 13th. And then 1.21.10 is going to be on the 14th. So, 1 day later, since it's a tiny update. So, yeah, a little bit of a fun fact. Yeah, I have plans for this world for a very long time. I've been planning this until 2035. So, we'll see how that goes. We have a little shelf area. We have a little table, you know, type of thing. Then we have this, like, main area with, like, some supports and brewing stand. Very nice little area. I really do like it. And over here I have the cactus farm. Sorry, I have to scroll through my phone for a second to, you know, move on to this. Yeah, we have a very nice roof design, which I really like. I don't remember where I got this idea from for this roof design. I don't remember. I mean, not the water part. Like, I just mean the wooden, like, things. I do really like how it turned out. This was the original cactus farm. We have a bunch of cactus from this. I mean, it looks like I cheated for it, but trust me, there was, like, an extra, like, 3 stacks in Sunning, but then I moved those somewhere else. Like, I think it was VALTIKSTON or something. And this is the second ever room we ever built for this house. And this is the fountain room. By the way, this room was the first thing we built. These were the first blocks we ever placed. Okay. But this is the fountain room. This room has only been modified once, and basically all I've added was... Actually... I mean, the biggest modification was the nether brick, and this becoming glass panes. I don't even remember what block was here. It might have just been cobblestone. Yeah, I think it was. It was just cobblestone and glass, but then I made this glass panes because it looks a lot nicer. But I want to start using some, you know, some peculiar blocks, which people don't really use in their builds, because, you know, you gotta be quite creative. But you can see a very big room. This is probably also the biggest room of this house, especially in, like, volume, not just, like, because width and length, I think the dog room might be bigger, the dog house, but in height, if you add the height, then this is the biggest room. So we're gonna go over to the mushroom farm. This is just a little random staircase down to a mushroom farm. I don't know why, okay? I don't even have that many mushrooms in this. But I mean, hey, it does the job. Like, I just come here, harvest it, and leave. I'm kind of waiting for it to spread a lot. Actually, no, I'll harvest it now. I'll harvest it now for you guys. So you just kind of go in here, break the mushrooms, and then you just kind of come back one day, and then they just you come back, and then they just grown. Basically, how it works, for those who don't know, they just spread, and then they just cover up the floor. That's kind of how it works. Yeah, if you want it to only be brown mushrooms, then just break the red mushrooms, and you only have brown mushrooms. It's very simple. But yeah, over here is the storage room. I don't remember what episode I built this in. I think it was episode 10 or something. But this is a very old room, and you can see it uses a very old chest design. You couldn't even put chests on top of each other. Like, you couldn't place them like that. So you can see that, you know, we have a bunch of random stuff. Dirt. I mean, it's not random. It's very well organized. We have dirt in here, and these are empty because most of the dirt's in the quarry. Little bit of cobblestone. Wow, I actually thought I had a lot less in Untitled Chapter. You can see all these were for cobblestone, but, you know, we didn't really succeed on that. We'll actually go in order this way. So then we have sand. You know, I have more use store in the farms. A bunch of glass. We have wool, mob drops, dyes, clay / bricks. I have a ton of clay. Wait, let me check something real quick. Okay, we're fine. Because I just remembered, like, this video's gonna be really long, so I hope I have enough storage, but I have, like, 42 gigabytes free in my videos disk, which, I mean, most of them I still have a bunch of videos there, so, you know, there's gonna be, like, 200 free space. We have more cobblestone and stone. These used to be, like, miscellaneous stone and miscellaneous wood, but then eventually I just made one miscellaneous chest over here, which just has a bunch of slabs, stairs, iron bars, all that kind of stuff. Meat. That's all the meat I have. 7 raw chicken. I mean, all the meat in Infinite Town. We have other food, which had melons and my first ever cookie in this world. This was for my first ever cocoa beans. So I decided to keep it. This was the first stackable food as well. In, like, beta, these stacked to 8. So it's really cool. We have some gravel and some flint. I kind of skipped the chest. We have some redstone stuff, nether stuff. Yeah, I don't really have much glowstone in Infinite Town remaining. I used up a lot of it. You can see we have a lot of mob drops. Like, I have a lot of mob drops. These are, like, all of the mob drops from Infinite Town. It's quite a lot, and I think some of them are from BETHOLM as well. Probably a lot of them, actually. These chests are completely empty. I don't know what to put in here yet, as of right now. We have the utilities chest, which is just filled with doors, because doors don't stack, and it's from the villager breeder, so that's why there's so many. Music discs, I only had disc 13 in Inflift Town, so that's interesting. But in VALTIKSTON I have a lot more. And VALTIKSTON is, you'll see later. I made up these names all by myself, by the way. Mainly my names, that's why they're terrible. So over here we have my valuable items, which right now only has saddles. And over here we have my ores chest, which looks beautiful. I mean, I only have 21 diamonds here. I have the most on my mob farm, because that's where I do all the enchanting. So I don't really need diamonds here. You can see a bit of lapis, you know, just a little bit. You know, just a tiny bit. A little bit of redstone, gold, iron, and a bunch of coal. There's no coal blocks, so you just kind of have to do it like that. And I also have 59 emeralds. These are the new ore that was actually added in 1.3, so kind of cool. These are just a lot of old tools in here, and some of them are actually not broken, as you can see, especially like the wooden ones. Most of these wooden ones were just for the achievements, because every update my achievements reset, so I kept on having to get time to mine, and you need wooden tools for these. That's why I just have a bunch. If I like... Wait a second. Which one do I not have? Time to mine. Oh, I think you have to craft it. Oh. This is my wood chest. You can see I'm very, very poor when it comes to wood. This is all of the wood I basically have in this world. I have like a tiny bit more at VALTIKSTON. But yeah, it's terrible. This is my old armor. I've used a lot of it to actually repair armor, so most of my armor sets are not here. This is like my 5th set of diamond armor, maybe even 6th. My reeds chest, I still have a few. My natural chest with like a bunch of random nature stuff. And then we have my crops, which is just saplings, wheat, and cacti. I'm also going to drink some daily water, which is a little bit of an inside joke from this Let's Play. There's not much meaning behind it. It's just like water I drink like all the time. It's not even daily. I drink way more than one a day. Ah, lovely. Lovely water, lovely water. What is that on my wall? Why is my wall coming off? That's not very nice, is it? Okay. We don't talk about that. So yeah, I just have a bunch of stuff in here. So you have quite a few jungle saplings. Oh, I actually got my first jungle sapling from the Infdev trees. They also just had jungle leaves at some point. They just got added to them. So yeah, I mean, that's nice. I wonder if in 1.7 we're gonna have like acacia and dark oak leaves on them as well. That'd be funny. We have a little transport chest. I actually do carry. I actually put the boat away. Don't really need that on me. But yeah, you can see it. Very simple. No signs in here. We have a few seeds. And a bunch of leaves again. I have just too many leaves in this world. A bunch of paper. Ooh, that's a lot of paper. And books. These were made when you didn't need leather for books, yeah. I mean, it doesn't really change much. I have way too much anyways. And this is an unobtainable block in this version. I mean, in my world. Because, you know, there's no strongholds. So how did I get these, you may be asking? And I did not cheat to get them. Basically, in beta 1.8, there was this weird bug. Very, very peculiar bug. If you place down a stone brick stair, and it did, like, every direction made it have, like, a different thing. Like, it had different properties. So, for example, if it was facing this way, it would drop stone bricks. If it faced this way, it would drop cracked stone bricks. This way, mossy stone bricks. It was so weird. And this way, for example, like one of the directions, it dropped a stone brick which wasn't stackable with the others. And then, in 1.2, it was retextured to a block which is currently unobtainable, which is a chiseled stone brick. They were unobtainable until, like, 1.3, when jungle temples were added. We've not found one yet. It doesn't matter yet. There's some endstone, 4 torches, which I'll take. And then the rest of these are empty. And if we go over here, we have the underground wheat farm. Very, very simple farm. This is my first automatic farm, and basically all it does is that. And this is before dispensers could just like dispense out water normally. So when you do that, it would just shoot out a water bucket instead of the water itself. So that was very annoying, so I had to make my own little design. I made this in episode 54. It's one of the things I remember. I don't know why I remember the numbers of the episodes, okay? Sometimes I just pay attention to the most random things. But this gets you a good amount of wheat, 60 to be exact, which means that there's 30 of these little farm slots. All these farmland slots. I actually don't know if it was called soil back then. It might have been. Yeah, a little bit of farm materials. petrified oak slab, isn't it? Yep, that's a petrified oak slab. If I walk on it, see that? That's a petrified oak slab. So these are basically slabs that were crafted before 1.3, because 1.3 now crafts actual wooden slabs. But these were just retextured stone slabs since like alpha until now, basically. This is my room for every single block in the game. Every single block. Like, placeable tile. But it's very outdated. This is beta 1.8. I made this for a 50 sub special on episode 29. And over here is a very, very sad thing. So basically in beta 1.8, if you put down slabs and torches, or even like before 1.2, I think, if you put slabs and like make everything not placeable for torches, and you just right click with a torch, it would place the torches on the chest. But one day, silly me decided to open the chest, no, I think I placed a block in front of it, which updated the torches, and they broke, and they, you know, I couldn't place them back, so now they're like this. Very, very sad day. This is my sugarcane, you know, every block in the game. I even have like a diamond block in it. You can see. This was every obtainable block in beta 1.8, so you won't see like, I mean, this was like grown using grass. There's no diamond ore or coal ore or redstone ore or lapis ore because, you know, you couldn't actually obtain those in survival mode. You couldn't actually mine them. And also, wool is really dull now. So, it's like really grayed out for some reason. Like, if you look at orange wool, look at that. What was that? What is this? What happened to the wool? There's not even jungle leaves in it. Yeah, you can see it's very old. And you can actually see cracked stone bricks and mossy stone bricks. So yeah, very, very rare. In fact, unobtainable. Is this? That's just wood, okay. And this was before Silk Touch was a thing, so I just kind of put signs, mushroom stem, you know, so that I actually remember what to put there. And this was just fence here. You get it, right? Let's actually sleep if it's nighttime. Okay, it's not. Cake and redstone dust. But yeah, the next thing I have is... Wait, auto wheat farm, living room. Alright, looks like we're going to the living room. So if we go over to here, this is my living room / kitchen. I absolutely hate this room. I mean, I don't hate it, it's just not that good. So eventually I'm going to make this just a like little viewing area for outside. And maybe like a little TV area. And then over here I'll make a dining room and a kitchen. I have planned to do that. And yeah, it's very old. I removed one of the cobblestones and I was going to put a dispenser here. I always say this. I still have not put it there. So is there anything in these? Oh, okay. And this is my nostalgic garden. If you know Stampy for his love garden, then you'll know what this is. Basically the same thing. And today, I have added Techo Rag. And most of you guys will not know who he is by looking at my comment section. Because he actually commented on a video which is now unlisted. But basically, it's not even about what he said. Because he said, you know, very nice house you got. I mean, this is on the old Let's Play, so not even this Let's Play. But that Let's Play is completely untitled because there was no mics, no sound, and 30 FPS. Even though it was 10 FPS, so it was terrible. But basically, this guy was my first ever comment. Okay? I mean, yeah, that was my friend, but he doesn't count. Actually, no, I think this guy commented before my friend, actually. Actually, no, my friend commented my first ever video, but that doesn't count. This is my first ever, like, stranger comment from someone who I do not know. And I decided to add him to the Nostalgia Garden. Or her. Him or her. We'll find out one day. I mean, it's a Five Nights at Freddy's profile picture, so you can say what you want. You can see a lot of people added here. Destroy HN, Knife, Maxim Tomato, Krusty Klimbar, Pez Picker, 3345, HP Network, who is Harry. For those who don't know, Harry is my friend who I've made multiple videos with on Bed Wars, so, you know, you guys should know him by now. Definitely Ark, Puddle97, Killstreak XD, Stingray Fan, Eve the Eka, Piffboy997, Cool Wizard, and Tekorag. All of these people are here for good reasons. And if you want to get here, all I want is just some great ideas for this world. Like, just a good idea for this world, which I've not done yet, which I'd like to do. And you could do just like frequent nice comments make me happy. You gotta give something that stands out, okay? Something that someone else has not done, or the ideas thing. But yeah. But if we go over here, we have Margaret's house. And this is where... And by the way, not to get confused, there's no apostrophe, because this isn't Margaret's house. It's Margaret's house. It's a plural, not a... What do you even call it? I don't know. But it's a plural of Margaret. You can see there's 4 Margarets in here. They're all living their happy life. They have a tree a table, and a table, and a table. I mean, that's the sofa. But yeah, I built this out at some point. I think it was episode 63. I used Stampy's bedroom's roof for this, which I think turned out pretty nice. But yeah. Let's move on. Wait a second. I'm sorry, guys. I'm a bit all over the place because I keep on like reading my list and I don't know where I am. Wait, I'll just select where I am now. Enchant room. Wait, what's Stampy room? Oh yeah. Oh, you guys will see that later. But this is the doghouse, and this is basically where we just have a bunch of dogs. This is Sparky, and the rest of these you guys are gonna name. I think 1.4 is the version where you can actually put collars on these guys. I don't even use dogs, so these guys are gonna sit here forever in their little playroom. But hey, it's nice, isn't it? It's kind of nice. So if we go up here, this is the Stampy room. If we go into here, if you guys watch Stampy, you will know exactly what this is. This is a 1-to-1 replica of Stampy's room, except for this wall. That's why I'm like not showing you guys that. But this is a 1-to-1 replica. I just watched this video and I was like, you know what, let's just make it. You can see 1-to-1 replica on the outside. I don't remember if he actually put these logs on the top or if it was just stone. I think it might have been just stone. I wanted to look a bit nicer, so I made it like that. Yeah, these are all beta blocks. I built this off camera. Just a random thing I did. Yeah, this isn't like beta. So if we go over here, this is a corridor to nowhere. There's no plans for this area. So if you guys have any plans for this, if you guys have any ideas for this house, I'd be very happy. Over here we have a very pointless balcony. I don't know why I built it. I was just like, why not? So I just kind of built it. I mean, the house is not very beautiful, but it's Stampy style, okay? It's like, and not even Stampy style, just how people used to build back then. This chest just has a bunch of random stuff, and a diamond hoe, which I actually used. It's kind of crazy. And then over here, we have the enchanting area. So this is probably one of my favorite builds in this world. It is the nicest room I've ever built. I mean, not only does it have unobtainable blocks, such as floor material, but also it just looks so good. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I should probably, like, use this for something better, but, you know, it makes this room more special. And this over here is Mr. McGollum's room. This is Mr. McGollum. You can say hi. You can say hi in the comments. Oh, sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry for looking at your chest. I'm very sorry. You know what? I'll give you a torch. You happy now? Yeah, he's happy now. This is Mr. McGollum. He's got a pretty nice view out his little window. And he's got a leaf roof, so he gets a lot of skylight. Wait, what? Is that snow up here? Oh, you got snow on your roof. That's cool. Yeah, this is little Mr. McGollum. He's having a good time. These chests are completely empty. Like, literally all of these are empty. There's not a single thing in it. I don't know why I put these in. They just look good. Okay. So this is my little corridor, which I made very recently, and it seems to be in line, like at the same Y level as train tracks, which is kind of cool. This is my little chest area with just a bunch of random junk. And this is the random tree room. This entire corridor leads up to this. Why did I build this, you may ask? I do not know. But sometimes you just gotta build things which make you happy. And this room does make me happy. And I also like the roof design. Looks very nice from outside as well. Okay, so now we're gonna go on to Harry's room. So we're gonna be going upstairs now. I mean, we are already upstairs. We're gonna be going to the other section of upstairs. But before I show Harry's room, I'm actually gonna show you guys the attic. So this is like my attic, basically. I don't know why I built this, but I mean, if I have like 50 people at my house, then I guess they're gonna have a nice place to sleep. You have a little TV over here, you know. They can put down some beers and chug some beer, you know. I don't know why beer. But that was just the thing I had in mind for some reason. But over here is Harry's room. I'm gonna be relocating his room because he said he does not like the view, and I mean, I do not disagree with him. I think I very well agree with him. I do not think he's in the wrong. I completely understand why. This is my bedroom. This is the room we built in episode 19, and this is where we start I mean, ever since we moved to VALTIKSTON, we haven't been starting our episodes here. Usually we start our episode here, go out, and look. Yeah, okay. Very small balcony, but it's a very nice balcony. Very cozy balcony. I don't usually get much snow here. But hey. This biome has changed many times, by the way. It used to be... It went from... I mean, bright green grass to a desert, which was atrocious, to a cold biome. And I actually like it being a snow biome. I don't know why. But I think in 1.7, it's gonna be changed so that, you know, you can't actually, what's it called? Tiger biomes don't have snow anymore, because this is a tiger biome. I mean, it never was at the beginning. I do have an ender chest in here. This is from the first ever time we, like, badly died in this world. It was 2,000 blocks where we lost all of our items, and one day, randomly found it. I was so surprised to see that in, like, all of these updates it did not despawn. It was there for, like, 5 months and it did not despawn, which is insane. I mean, even going through all the updates is just insane. This is where I usually have my cake, but not there today. And then we have some music discs, and I really like, I mean, I do like Cat, but we've all heard Cat. I really like Fall. So we don't talk about my very tiny TV screen. We don't talk about that. There's a massive thing and just like tiny painting. We'll fix that at some point. Let's actually go to sleep. And oh yeah, we can't like move around in bed anymore because now the chat shows and it says leave bed. Because back then I didn't do that. You could just do whatever. You could like literally write a book while sleeping. This is my little gift chest. Whenever it's my birthday or when it's Christmas, someone's gonna give me a nice gift in here. Right? Better. Alright, well, let's go into here. And this is probably one of my nicest areas of the house. Again, this is like a little parapet, I'm gonna call it. It's just a nice little terrace area. Very, very nice little party area. You know, get some, like, you know, stuff done. Get some, you can cook up some nice steak, some grill. Oh! Why is there stone in there? Some grilled steak. Dude! Wait. Okay, I thought there'd be stuff in there. Yeah, same view as Harry's room. I mean, Harry's room is to my left. So Harry's gonna have a very, very noisy night if he had his room there still. And this was gonna be the map room. But then I realized that item frames are not a thing yet, so once they are, we're gonna make this a really cool map room. Also, very, very, this is probably the best view of Infdev Town from the house. This is the only room that has a better view than my room, probably. I actually don't know. My room does have a great view. But yeah, pretty much empty. Over here we have the clubhouse party house. This is where you just have parties, you know, get some nice, get some, you know, alcohol for if you're 18 plus. I'm 14. And then up here we have the like little dance area. So when you know, you just put down the music disc and you dance with your friends, you know, have a good time. There's some crouching and sword blocking and jumping, and then you just kind of look cool. I don't know. That's just how you had to do it back in my day. But yeah, how long is this video? Okay, we need to speed this. I mean, we're pretty much done. I mean, no, we're not pretty much done, but we're way past halfway already. We're at the 57th thing, technically. So this is my garden. And I just kind of built this and it looks kind of nice. I should not be breaking this grass, because this grass is here for decoration. You can see a lot of grass change as well, so. But yeah, that is the entire house done, actually. We just finished the entire house, and that's pretty much it for Infdev Town. There's like one thing left. But let's go to the Nether now, because the Nether has some interesting stuff going on as well. So if I hop into the Nether, I mean, it's not much interesting stuff going on, but there's a little bit. So we have the, you know, Infdev Nether Hub. I mean, you know, it's very simple. Have a bit of fire res and just a bunch of other stuff. I usually take this with me in the Nether. I should really start bringing potions more, because I feel like I don't do that enough. This was gonna be a long path that goes that way, which we'll go there in a sec. But first things first, we're gonna go up here, because this is one of the most insane things I've done in my world, and this actually got a lot of views. Even someone in the comments said, bro used bedrock in the title to gain, like, for the power. My XP's back! Well, that's nice. I don't know how I got it back, but it's back. So let's go up here. To the nether roof, and yes, I broke through this bedrock. This took me over 4 hours, because I had to break the bedrock, then I had to break all of this bedrock to actually break the bedrock below. It was a very complicated piston contraption, which does not work past 1.2.5. So yeah, I would not be able to use this in my world anymore. But yeah, it was by JL2879, I think. So I do recommend you check out this video. But yeah, that goes to VALTIKSTON, but it's actually, soon it's going to be illegal to travel in the nether, by the nether, like, not in the nether, using the nether roof to get from A to B. That's going to become illegal at some point, because I feel like it just kind of ruins the point of the overworld and minecarts, you know. Who wants to travel on the nether roof? I mean, it's more exciting, you know. Also, yes, I do have a soul sand roof. Alright, the next thing is actually quite far away. It's actually further away than VALTIKSTON, technically. Yeah, it is actually further away than VALTIKSTON. Kind of crazy to think about. But we're actually going to go down this way. And you know what? I'm going to bring the fire res with me. I always do that just in case, because I don't want to be losing my stuff. Because, I mean, I got some pretty nice stuff. So let me just go grab, you know, Interesting Nether Hub. We built this in episode 60, and funnily enough, this is actually the 60th thing I'm showing you guys, so a little bit of a coincidence. Let's go grab the fire res, you know. I always just bring it in case, like, something shoots me and I fall into a massive, like, thing of lava. And also, by the way, I've not actually gone to the blaze farm in a very long time. Because now I have the double spawner farm, double zombie spawner in BETHOLM, which I'll show you guys later, which actually gives me more XP as of 1.0 to 1.2. Oh. Where? 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 Oh, where? Where's it coming from? Wait, no! Ow! I didn't even see it. So yeah, the nether's not very safe, as you can see. Not the safest place to be. And it kind of blows up a lot. But yeah. I do have a little path that I do follow. It's like a little torch trail. So this only goes for like a few hundred blocks. And by the way, the lava textures. I remember always going here and talking about the old lava texture, how that's so cool. But yeah. The nearest nether fortress is about 500 blocks away. So it's not too far, but it's also not too close. Magma cube. We should probably start getting some magma cream, because we're actually not low. We have like 22. That's like over a stack of fire resistance potions. And they don't even stack, so that's more than like, that's like 1.5 double chests of just fire res. I don't even know where to go. I don't fully remember. Without the torches, I would get lost. Alright, let's kill him. Let's kill him. Nice. You can see that, like, the physics are really goofy in this version. Like, when I hit stuff, it, like, bugs out a lot. And I really hate how it happens in 1.3. And over here is the glowstone vein. This is the biggest glowstone vein I've, like, ever seen. So I decided to kind of keep it as, like, a little memory. So over here, we're going to experience some jittering. Always happens here in this area. Let's see if it happens this time. Oh. Okay. Oh, yeah, in 1.3, they kind of fixed that. Like, the jittering does not just happen randomly anymore, only if, like, a block hasn't fully updated or something. Only that kind of stuff. Also, why does my render distance feel a lot lower now? I mean, from here, normally we would have seen the nether fortress, but I guess the nether fog has been added recently. This is probably the most dangerous area of the Minecraft world. Very close to lava. But over there, you can already start to see that this is actually the broken nether fortress, not the good one. The good one's just right around the corner. So you can see that torch trail, that little torch thing. And, like, I always do that to show, like, that's, like, an exit or an entrance to something. So I actually know where I'm going. And it just makes it a lot easier. Yeah, let's go over to here. And you can see, if I just hop down here, this is the nether fortress. And I have a blaze spawner. And soon in VALTIKSTON, I'm going to be building a double blaze farm, because I actually found a blaze spawner with, like, two really close to each other. How high is... What the heck? Why can this guy jump so high? This guy can jump like 10 blocks. See, as of right now, there's no wither skeletons, so we don't have to worry about that. I think I have to go into this one. Yeah. So yeah, it's only 2 blaze spawners in this entire fortress, and they're quite far away from each other. Basically, you just go down into here. Again, I've not been here since like episode 50, so it's been a long time. This is my original like little AFK spot, but then I realized that it's way too far. Actually, no, that was like another storage area. But then I made this. This is my double blaze spawner. I actually forgot. Oh yeah, I forgot about this little area. Like I actually decorated it, and it's very, very interesting. So you can see I have a ton of stuff here, like a ton of gravel, and a good bit of cobblestone as well. A bunch of netherrack. You can see a bunch of netherrack, a bunch of netherrack. There's some glowstone too. Basically, the blazes are. So basically, in here we have a little bit of a. Dude, I completely forgot about this area. I completely forgot. So we have a little nether wart farm here. We have a little brewing area with a very nice wall design. A little bit of a lava floor. And if we go into here, this leads to, like, just this random area that is, like, in the middle of nowhere. And I just collected a bunch of sand here, basically. Now I use the desert next to what's it called? BETHOLM instead. Because this one was, like, you know, this one's a bit far. But yeah, I completely forgot about this area. And to activate the blaze spawn, what you have to do is, by the way, this is probably the most complicated redstone thing in this world. Very, very, like, there's a lot going on. Okay, but yeah. Piston level 2, dude. Okay, now we turn on the pistons, and they just go in and out, basically. Oh wow, that made me mad. And the pistons just go in and out, and like, basically they just push all the blazes down. Yeah, we can even place upside down slabs before like this. You can see we get quite a lot of XP. It gets very, very loud. It gets really loud. But yeah, very, very simple. I mean, it's not very simple at all. I have weakness. Huh. Alright, well, I'll see you guys when I'm back in the overworld. You know what? I just thought of a really smart way to travel. Like, hear me out. If I was to, like, if I want to get back to InfDev Town really quickly, I could theoretically just put all my stuff in an ender chest and just die. I mean, I'm not going to be doing that, because I feel like I should make that a law, because, I mean, again, that also ruins the point of transportation. And also, I'm going to have a ton of laws in this world, because I will have friends joining this world and all that at some point. But basically, there's going to be a lot of laws, because, and mainly the reason for the laws is just going to be, like, you know, stuff that ruin the experience. For example, with elytras. You can only use elytras if you're going from an airport to an airport. And that is a big, like, thing. Because I feel like, you know, you might as well just use, you know, a plane to get from your house to school. You know what I'm saying? And also, elytras are just way too OP, especially when it comes to firework rockets as well. So I just feel like, you know, we shouldn't allow that. So I do not allow elytra for normal travel, unless it's from an airport to an airport. Which we're going to have, I'm planning on around 3 airports so far. I mean, there's going to be a flight training center, which doesn't count. It's going to be around near BETHOLM. There's like a big plains biome. But I want to have an airport in Alpha Valley, which is going to be a town... No, it's not south, is it? In my head, it's south. It's like east, I think, or west. East of InfDev Town? I don't know. It's like, you know, like towards my quarry. Yeah, it's like that way, but like 2,000 blocks. That's gonna be where Alpha Valley is, and there's gonna be an airport there. There's gonna be an airport in Micey Island, which is a like, you know, mushroom island. Yeah, it's a mushroom island, and it is next to. I mean, it's not next to VALTIKSTON. It's very far away from VALTIKSTON, but it's gonna be Micey Island Airport, and it's gonna be. It's like 4,000 blocks away from VALTIKSTON. What am I on about? Can we like kill this guy? Where's his hitbox? Why does he not have a hitbox? Oh my god. Hey, at least they dropped magma cream now. Let's go. Okay, there's a lot. Uh-oh. Okay, we're good, we're good. We got 2 magma cream from that. Okay. Well, I'll see you guys on the nether roof, actually. I'll see you guys on the nether roof. Okay, I'm really dumb. I kind of forgot that I just showed you guys the nether roof. Why is there always so many guys in my house? So annoying. Alright. Well, now, we are going to be heading out of the nether and into the overworld. So now, we're going to go over to InfDev Town Station. We should actually sleep before that. Probably a good idea. Yeah. So we're going to go to InfDev Town Station. Oh my god, my door opened. It's so annoying. Doors are so broken in this version. If I break this bed... Oh, I didn't actually open it. Okay. Yeah. So we're going to go to the InfDev Town Station. So basically, you traverse up these stairs, which I've not shown yet, to be fair. And this goes over to the exit by Stampy's house, and I called it King Baddio's Drive, because, you know, I'm Baddio pal, and it's kind of an inside joke between me and my dad about the, you know, it's a long story. But if you go over here, you can see the station, which is one of my coolest builds. Again, this is another build. I mean, the exterior it's basically a one-to-one replica of what Custer built. I mean, the only change is that it's stone brick instead of cobblestone, and it's glass pane instead of glass. But, I mean, it's the same thing, really. But this is my big station in InfDev Town. And, oh yeah, by the way, third airport is going to be a modern city, which is going to be like basically just a modern city in survival mode. Also a cool plan for this world. But yeah, this is my little station. Little, very little. You know, you have like some seating areas. Maybe I'll put like a cafe here at some point. And if you go down, so this is like towards, so it's platform 1 towards BETHOLM, which we're going to. And this way you're going to have towards VALTIKSTON and Sandown. But right now I've not built those tracks yet. There is a track to VALTIKSTON, but it was very temporary because I need to get villagers to InfDev Town. And the villagers are nearly from Micey Island. So like about 6,000 blocks away from here. But yeah, this is the minecart track to BETHOLM. And now, I'm gonna show you guys, oh yeah, I'm gonna show you guys my voice change, how much we've changed since episode 1. So now, I'll just let you guys listen.
Hey guys, what is up? Buddy pal here. Welcome to episode 1. Hey guys, what is up, buddy pal? Welcome to episode 7 of my lovely Minecraft Evolution Survival Let's Play.
Hey guys, what is up, buddy pal? Welcome to episode 9 of my Minecraft Evolution Survival Let's Play. Hey guys, what is up, buddy pal? Welcome to episode 30 of my Minecraft Evolution Survival Let's Play. If you haven't seen the last episode, be sure to check it out, because we did a 50 subscriber special. And once again, I'm gonna say it, thank you guys so much for 50 subscribers. Hey guys, what is up, buddy pal? Welcome to episode 53 of my Minecraft Evolution Survival Let's Play. Hey guys, what is up, buddy pal? Welcome to episode 67. Oh no. Guys, please don't. Please don't. Hey guys, what is up, buddy pal? Welcome to episode 99. Yes, guys, it's episode 99. By the way, guys, this is gonna be where, this is basically my little sand mine. So when I said I mine like a bunch of sand near BETHOLM, this is it. Also, by the way, BETHOLM and VALTIKSTON are nowhere near as big as Infdev Town, so we've done 3/4 of everything already. Actually, a bit more than 3/4 of the world tour has already been done. It's not too long left. But if I go over here, by the way, I hope you guys enjoyed the little montage I made. Hope you guys did like it. But now we are approaching BETHOLM, so this is where the track gets a bit weird. I decided to leave these big trees because they look really nice. So I just made the track go around it. But this is BETHOLM. There is basically nothing here, just a few things. You can see a little bit of a something. Again, nothing too crazy here. Don't expect much. This is BETHOLM Station. And basically BETHOLM, I don't know, I just saw like someone made like something ending with Holm, and I was like, you know what, since it's beta, let's make it, because these are beta 1.8 chunks, so I decided to call it BETHOLM. But yeah, this is BETHOLM Station, Platform 1 and Platform 2. This is going to be trains to VALTIKSTON, because I do want to have a service from BETHOLM to VALTIKSTON, for Infdev Town and for VALTIKSTON Central. Wait, this one says for Infdev Town? Huh. So yeah, there's a little seating area, this is staff only, and this goes down to here. Metro system closing down soon. 13th of October 2025. That is the old metro system. There's no tracks left here because, you know, I'm poor, so I had to break all the tracks so I can actually replace them upstairs. Oh wow, the doors. Oh god, the doors broke from the update. I want to keep that now. So these were trains towards spawn. It wasn't even called Infdev Town yet, it was just spawn. This area is very unsafe. Like, you know, you could get like zombies spawning pretty much anywhere in this area. But yeah, we have a few resources, and this was where the original track was. There was a rail, you just push it, and then it goes all the way down to the underground Infdev Town. Because yes, this used to be a metro system. I mean, metro system, it was just from BETHOLM to Infdev Town, that was the only, like, actual thing. But hey, it's cool, right? And it wasn't even called BETHOLM in Infdev Town, it was called Beta 1.8 chunks, and the other one was Alpha 1.1 chunks or something? I don't know, I don't fully remember. But yeah, this is my little area. Very, very secret, staff only. And I am staff. I'm staff. But yeah, this station is very nice. Welcome to BETHOLM Station. Very, very nice station. I am very happy with how it turned out. And this is all just like Beta 1.8 blocks, you know what I'm saying? Very, very simple design. But it looks good. So over here is like a little bit of a... It's not even like towny, it's just a few like... That's what an average Minecraft will look like. You know, you just had a mob farm, which actually does not work. I mean, it looks like it works because there's a mob here. But this is the only mob that's going to spawn for the next hour. I'm never good at darkroom spawners. I always mess up something and they just never end up spawning. So, I don't know what I did wrong this time. It's probably too close to the ground or something. And, yeah, maybe. I mean, I'm not moving that. I like calling it the failed design and just leaving it at that. It's just kind of funny. Over here is my ring of sugarcane. I don't know why, but, I mean, why not, right? And over here we have a connected fence, and I put this here before fence is connected to see if it would remain like that, but it looks like it didn't. But basically fences used to not connect to blocks, so I just kind of left it like that. Over here we have my pet sheep and a pet pig. Oh, there was 2 pigs. How about the other one? Yeah, the animals duplicated because in 1.2 every mob in the game duplicated. It was really weird. You know, over here we have some... Oh, okay. There's some melons, some wheat. Very, very simple farm. And a little bit of a tree farm. If we go in here, this was the house we built in like episode 32 or something. I really like this house. I don't really spend much time here, but at the same time I kind of do. You guys will see why BETHOLM is very useful. I have a few chests here with a bit of stuff. You know, very old stuff. Nothing new. No, is there even stone bricks in here? Well, now there is. Yeah, very, very old chests. I have some furnaces with nothing inside, yeah. And of course, you gotta have your bedside chest for presents, because you know, this used to be my secondary base, and now we're not gonna have primary, secondary base. It's just gonna be like, you know, different towns, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So if we go down into this ravine, I really like this location because there was a ravine and there was a plains biome. That's what I was looking for back then. Also, why does this car look so bad? But yeah, over here is the ravine, and you may or may not notice something here. A water chute. Well, what may this be? Well, this is my double spawner zombie farm, which is like an insane find. I only noticed this like 20 episodes later after like living here. It was right here. So yeah, we have a ton of chests of like just a bunch of junk. I mean, there's just tons of stuff. I mean, by the way, zombies drop fully repaired tools, which is a bit nice and very, very useful. This is my beautiful enchanting area. This got very recently upgraded in like episode 75 maybe. This is what I've been enchanting between this episode and last. Why are the enchantments so bad? I mean, these two are okay, but this, I'm breaking 3 and that's it. There's not a single pickaxe here with 2 enchantments. And I don't even enchant swords because, I mean, it's just the biggest risk you can even take in this world. I mean, swords are really unlikely to get a good enchant. You can see a bunch of moss stone bricks. Over here we have more chests. This is my actual AFK spot. If you stand right here, both spawners are activated, which I'll show you guys in a sec. Over here we have an actual infinite water source. This area, I now have an iron door here. You guys are unaware of this actually. But I put, hold on, let me just get some more daily water. That's refreshing actually. It's refreshing because like it's 2 degrees outside. For some reason the water in my room is also 2 degrees. Even though it's been here for like a few days. But yeah, we didn't talk about that. So this area here is because, you know when I said the villagers were like bugging out basically? Sometimes their hitbox also bugs out, especially with zombies, so I decided, you know what, just to be safe, I'm just gonna make an iron door, because they can also break down doors, so I don't want anything going wrong here while I AFK. So yeah, there's one sandstone right AFK. This floor was quite expensive, because, you know, we have sandstones like these versions. These chests are not full yet, but they're gonna be. Oh. What? Okay. And over here is just, you know, a bit more stuff. Like, you can see some more moss stuff. Spawners. I need to be a bit louder. I don't sound down. Alright. In here. Oh! When did I get that? I mean, I'm gonna keep that. That's, like, amazing. Oh, it's unbreaking 3, not efficiency 3. Ah, that explains it. That's why I left it. So if you go in here, this actually leads to a very dark area where you actually can view both spawners. And as you can see, they are not only next to each other, but at the same Y level. Like, they were actually like, what's it called? There was like one, like the cave kind of stretched like in a direction where you could just like, there was like a tiny little stretch, and you could see both spawners. Not like I heard the zombies, I just saw them. I saw both spawners next to each other. It's actually wild. You can see, this is a very, very efficient farm. It gives you a ton of stuff. This is so much better than the blaze spawner. Like, way better. But I mean, I found a double blaze spawner recently. So I think this farm is gonna... I mean, to be fair, it's a lot closer to in-depth town. That's probably the only reason why I'm still gonna continue using it. But you can see, you just kind of spam around and just kind of kill them. And the XP just kind of flows in. We just got 16 levels from that. That's pretty insane. But yeah, that is everything in BETHOLM. So as you can see, you know, like I said, nothing in BETHOLM. I mean, this is the only good thing. But I did make a plan that I wanted to make a really cool town in this ravine. Like, you know, like bridges and like houses on the sides. I wanted to make that. I don't know how that idea came into my mind, but I love it so much. Also, if you, I'm gonna say, I say this all the time, but if you guys do have any ideas for Let's Play, please let me know down in the comments, or just any ideas in general. I love ideas, and I literally ask every humanoid that I know who's ever played Minecraft for ideas. So if you do have any ideas, please let me down in the comments. Because I would really, please let me know down in the comments, not let me down. Don't let me down, please. But yeah, it's just, yeah, I need ideas. I have tons of ideas, but it's not enough. As in, like, I know what to do for the next 20 episodes, and and then I only have like plans on, and then my next plan's like for 1.6. So, you know, we're kind of a while away from that. So, yeah, I would really appreciate some ideas. I don't mind what version they're for. I mean, as long as they're not like something that you can only do in like alpha, because it's a bit too late for that. It's a bit too late for that. But yeah, if you have any ideas that I could do between, I mean, anything that I could do, then please let me know. But it's good. Like, I only have like, I have like some, what's it called? The ideas have to be like, what's it called? There's some rules for these ideas. Like, they have to. I mean, obviously it can't be inappropriate. Like, you know, it can't be inappropriate. I mean, that's kind of obvious, but I want it to be like, because ChatGPT gave me an idea, make a base in every single biome, and I'm like, dude, what's the point? Like, I want to make something that I either see all the time, or just see often, something I really, like, something that's really, really big and really, really, like, impressive, or just something like, casual. But it has to be something that, like, I see often, or I use often. It doesn't have to be often, just like every once in a while. Even if it's an idea for BETHOLM, I'll take it. I mean, I come here very rarely, unless it's to get XP. But other than that, I don't really come here. But soon we're going to be beginning a new town, which is going to be called Alpha Valley, and I'm also going to be working on Sandown soon. So that's also something you should probably stay tuned for. But over here, we have a very rudimentary track, which, if I just yeah, it's not a very polite track, but, you know. This is very temporary. This is, I mean, this also, you can see, this is a very unfinished track. You can see that the torches and the smooth stone slabs are not there. So, this is very unfinished. But there's a reason why this track goes like this, that, and that. And over there, in that direction, there was a crash zone. Basically, if you went into those chunks, if you just went like, if I probably just crossed the river and went like a bit further, my game would just crash. And it was very dangerous. Like, sometimes my game would crash like 5 times before I actually escaped the area, which means I could possibly get trapped. So every time I went that way, I always made a copy of the world. I remember I first time discovered it when I was trying to make the track just connect normally, and then my game kept on crashing because I think it was a failed chunk, and that got fixed to 1.2.5, which is nice. But it's a really cool like little memory from the world. You can see the track turns, but VALTIKSTON is that way. So like it kind of turns, and then it turns, and then it turns. So very, very complicated, but in a second you'll see a swamp biome, and yeah, this is the closest we'll get to the crash zone in this episode. But yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying this episode so far. I'm gonna try and make it less than 2 hours long. Yeah, I think we can make that. I think we can make it easily. I mean, we're already past the halfway point. Oh. Yeah, we're past the halfway point, yeah. In our Z coordinate, we're already at the same Z coordinate pretty much. Like, that just continues straight. But the X coordinate, we're only halfway. But yeah, you can see here, if I go a bit further, this is where this is where the track originally went, and it went that way, and it just kept on going, and then eventually the game kept on crashing, and then I had to completely divert the track. And I want to keep this track here, because I like it. But once we make the track from VALTIKSTON to BETHOLM, we'll just make it through the mountain, because, I mean, I'm not going to go like that, and then that. I might as well just do that, but I'll just go straight and then turn. Be a lot easier. Hopefully we don't experience the crash zone again, as in, like, it doesn't start crashing all of a sudden, but I don't think it will. But yeah, this is a very long track. This is much longer than the track to BETHOLM. This goes from Infdev Town all the way to here, actually. I mean, from what you just saw to here, like the unfinished section. I mean, this entire thing's unfinished. There's no torches or smooth stone slabs or even stone bricks. You can see there's snow in a desert, and you might be wondering, well, why is that? And this area I've actually surprisingly been to. This is like really far away, but I was here in beta when I was looking for a dog in beta versions, in beta 1.2 I think, or maybe beta 1.4. I was in this area. I didn't even know I was this far from my house, but it turns out I was. Oh my god, someone's calling me. No. But yeah, it's just a really cool feature, and then, like, of course the biome changed, but, you know, I mean, that's normal. That happens quite a lot here. But yeah, it's just a really cool thing. I also wanted to make like a beta town over there maybe, because it looks like some really cool beta terrain generation. But once we cross this mountain, you will see a big chunk wall, and that's the difference between beta chunks and 1.2 chunks. Because yeah, obviously jungles were added in 1.2, so... Okay, creepers have really good range recently, so... We don't want that to happen. But yeah, never use the track at night. That's why I always sleep before like riding a minecart. I always make sure to sleep before that, because you know, just in case. And this is the chunk wall. That is beta chunks versus 1.2 chunks. Right now we're in 1.2 chunks, so all the biomes are going to be completely normal now. You can see this is an ocean biome, but look at that. That is one of the coolest chunk walls in this world. I really do like chunk walls. A lot of people say they're really ugly, but I think they look really cool. And they just show how old your world is, you know. Okay, that's a lot of Enderman. But yeah, you can see very unfinished track with a lot of tunnels as well. And we are now approaching VALTIKSTON. This is the final biome over here. The frozen river. I mean the ice plains. Yeah, the ice plains, not the frozen river. That was smart moves. Oh, he's gonna be here in the morning. Oh no. Yeah, but this is the final biome. That over there is already the plains biome we all know and love, for those who have watched the Let's Play. And maybe we'll... Oh, there's a skeleton on the tracks. Wait, they can spawn on rails? I thought they're scared of rails. Oh, he stopped my minecart. How? I thought I did it. Well, anyways, let's just do that. So yeah, we are now approaching VALTIKSTON, which is our final town to show. And this is basically just a town in the jungle, which I started on episode 70. Oh, you can already see the jungle loading in. This is already like, you know, it's like 100 blocks away from it. It's not far. So let me just, yeah, they can see it. That's the wall. It's very small, but it's going to be a lot taller and a lot nicer. You can see jungle biome bordering that, so, you know, it's a bit weird, the terrain generation, but it's going to be changed. And I can already see the first thing I want to show you guys. I mean, a few things. Oh yeah, I forgot, this track keeps on going? No, it used to keep on going. So over there you saw like a bunch of water and a tree. It's just my tree farm, there's like nothing interesting there. And again, this track is unfinished. But this is VALTIKSTON Central Station. One of the bigger stations again. And you just go in here, you have one of the ticket barriers. You just kind of go through. And then down here you have the concourse, so you can go towards Infdev Town here. And there'll be tracks towards Infdev Town. Over here we have towards BETHOLM, towards Sandown, and finally towards Micey Island, which is going to be that way. Micey Island somewhere that way. But yeah, I've a lot of really cool builds here in VALTIKSTON. And also this station's pretty well lit up. Oh, that looks weird. I don't like how that looks. Alright, well let's leave the station now. So yeah, you just follow the green carpet and that's how you leave. So over here is this random mob spawner which I just accidentally found at some point. And I decided, you know what, let's turn this into a mob farm. So I'm going to be doing that soon. That's also a plan I had for very soon. We make that into a mob farm. By the way guys, I will say again, most of this Let's Play was recorded. I mean, like, only a few off-camera things were not recorded, but pretty much the entire Let's Play has been recorded. So if you do want to check out the Let's Play, it's the link in the description below. So I do recommend it. I'm actually going to break these trees. Oh, this area gives me bad memories of this very sad video that I watched on YouTube. Because I was chopping down, like, these trees and watching a video in the background, and it was about this guy that was used for content, and eventually they tortured him to death for content, and that is just ridiculous. But hey, apparently I think it was a kick stream. I don't even know what that is, but it was something like that. But dude, it's actually terrible. Like, dude, how can you even accept on your platform? Like, bro, apparently there was even investigations which they just completely ignored. But anyway, we don't talk about that. So this is my little deck, which is, you know, which goes towards there. Before we go there, you know, I said I'll show you guys on my chests, so, you know, nothing too crazy. A bunch of coal from mining the ravine. Oh yeah, there's a ravine here. Forgot to mention that. It said, like, mining in the ravine. And you guys are like, what ravine? You mean the one in BETHOLM? Yeah, there's basically just a ravine down here. Nothing too crazy. Oh, Enderman in the water. What is that? Oh, wait, what? Oh, it's two sheep next to each other. Okay, I was about to say, like, it looks like some weird figure. So yeah, Let's actually sleep. That's where my bed went. Because recently I just did not have a bed and I could not find it. This is probably where it went. So yeah, this is, welcome to VALTIKSTON. The walls are actually very well detailed, by the way. They are, you'll see that in a sec. So this is like the main island where I actually live. So we have a little bit of a storage shed with dirt. And that's basically it. The rest of the chests are empty. Here we just have a bunch of random junk, and now buckets are stackable. So let's actually just do that real quick. I do also have a bunch of jungle leaves in here, as you can see, because, you know, gotta have those. You can just see like a bunch of stuff in here. Very good pickaxes, like really good pickaxes, like really good pickaxes. Then we have like, you know, just some simple stuff. We have my tree, my cat, which does not want to go into my house. I keep on trying, but he's just resisting. Also, by the way, we can finally get some steak, because yeah, this is where my steak is at, and I'll show you guys why later. Can we get the cat in here? Ah, I hear him downstairs. Come on. Oh, yes! It worked! Alright, sit down, boy. Alright, you're gonna stay there. So, I just have a bunch of chests here. You know, just a bunch of random junk. This was my first ever OP sword. This was looting, sharpness 4, and knockback 2. Really good stuff. And over... Ooh, are these... Oh yeah, that's the stone one. I need to turn my sound back up. Yeah, these are the petrified slabs. So it seems like I have a few of those here. Are these also the petrified ones? Oh, they are. That's a lot of petrified slabs. But yeah, we can see some Eyes of Ender, a lot of jungle leaves, and over here we have that. I also cleared out this wall area is massive, so I cleared out this area. I mean, there was a ton of wood here, but I've already used all of that. And we have that, and we have, you know, it's insane. This is my bedroom, and then this is my more chests area. Oh, I have some armor here as well. Oh, cobblestone. Why is there so much? Yeah, and then I have a cauldron, jukebox. I have a ton of music discs here. Let me turn down the sound. It's just way too loud. What music disc should we play? I mean, I like Melody. Oh wait, no, I know which one I like. It was Strad. I have Strad. One of the nicest music discs in the game. I think that is my favorite one as of this version. I'm pretty sure these are all the music discs, except for disc 11, you know, the broken one. I didn't get that one. This was in episode 84, and I was just getting a bunch of creepers with skeletons. It took a long time. You can see here just a bunch of furnaces with nothing, and more furnaces with more nothing, I think. Yeah. And then we have, you know, my ender chest again. This was the original ender chest. This is the first one I made. So that's when I actually started putting the stuff inside. So yeah, that's a little bit of a trivia. Ooh. That's nice swords. And a nice axe. That one's better. But yeah. Oh, another fortune pickaxe. And then this was just a diamond pickaxe. That was not enchanted. Yeah, I'm actually gonna put this in my ender chest so that I remember in the mob farm to actually use it. Yeah, that's everything up here. I didn't fully like show you guys, but down here we just have like, you know, a bunch of furnaces with nothing. Oh, well, I guess there is stuff. This was my first ever like. This was for some notch apples. You can see we have 2 in here. They just give you regeneration 4 for like a good 30 seconds, which is like insane. Yeah, let's actually no, it doesn't despawn though. It doesn't despawn. It doesn't like get spitted out, does it? Spat out. So yeah, this is my little bridge over the river. I think it's really cute. I think it turned out really nice. By the way, all of this used to be oak planks, but then jungle planks were added, so I replaced all of it with oak. I mean, with jungle. So if you see the thumbnails I'm gonna show soon, then you'll see what I mean. Yeah, a little bit of a staircase. You can go out here onto like a little area. This is probably my nicest area of the world. Like, this is the most survival-friendly area of my survival world. and I'm very happy with this area. Like, I'm always happy when I'm here, especially with this music disc. Like, it makes it 10 times better. It always gives me 48 of cocoa beans, and yeah, now the farm balls, so we just kind of put these in there. VALTIKSTON will always be a safe thing. Oh, it will be. And here we have the Wall of Legends. This is for the, you know, not only the OGs, but for those who have changed my YouTube experience. They haven't changed my YouTube experience. I mean, I've basically made friends with these guys. I mean, Harry's Harry, but I mean, for example, Knife, he's basically my friend at this point. I was meant to make the tree. I did it in somewhere else. Yeah, you can see that's where the rest of my cactus went as well. You can see just like a bit of random stuff. It's my little sheep farm. Very, very nice. I have a bunch of wheat in here for them, and when this used to be a cow farm, I have a little bit of leather. And then over here we have the pumpkin slash melon farm. This is also a very nice little area. I really like it. And you can see, like, you know, a bunch of stuff. The rest of these are empty. This is my original sleeping shack, where I just kind of, like... I mean, this didn't used to be connected. Oh my god. There we go. Yeah, this used to be a little sleeping shack, but now it's just part of the farm. So if we go up here... This leads to the, like, upper areas with, like, where, like, those, like, little tree areas. I made, like, little things up here, and I really like it. By the way, we'll show you guys that in a sec. You know, just a bunch of random stuff in here. It doesn't even matter what's here, it's just a bunch of random junk. I mean, there's a lot more stuff there, so let's go over there. Ow, that was quite painful actually. So if we go up here, you will be able to see chests. Oh, there's wood in here! Yo! That's like kind of insane actually. Yeah, you can just see a bunch of like wood stuff. Nothing too crazy. So if we go down here, we have, you know, we have Hillside Lake. This is for a very nice area. Over here we have VALTIKSTON Fishy Parade. I made the floors out of furnaces partially, and I think it looks really nice. This is basically just a little bit of a fishing dock. How did that end up happening? How many blocks? Oh, these are petrified slabs as well. Kind of forgot about that. So yeah, logs now placed sideways, and you have to place them in a really weird... Oh no. Oh no. How do I do it? That's a crafting table, that's the problem. You can't like... You can't shift click. You can't like shift right click. So we have to do that, that, and then that. Jeez. Okay. You can see these chests don't even have anything, not even fish, nothing. You just kind of sit here and fish. Very, very nice area. VALTIKSTON Fishy Parade. I don't know why I call it Fishy Parade. I just kind of liked it, so I kind of named it that. And that's kind of how it works sometimes. You know, make things what you like to call it. So over this way, we have a little central point, and we have probably my favorite enchanting area of all time. This one has diamond blocks on the floor, and whenever I want to enchant something with less XP, like for example, let's say I have 18 levels, and I want to do a level 1 enchant, but I can't because the level is always really high. Basically, I can break the enchanting table, and there's a little enchanting table in the ground, which looks really cool, and then I can just simply enchant it here. I always use the wooden shovel as an example. I'll, like rename it to example shovel at some point. So yeah, very, very nice. Over here we have the cow farm, which, I mean, it's, you know, like I said, it's just a cow farm. A lot of wheat, and this is my looting sword, which I use to get a lot more beef. That's how I have so much food. Leather. This is my sugarcane farm. Very, very small, rudimentary sugarcane farm. It looks very nice. Little greenhouses. I think it turned out very okay. Over here we have a little bit of water because I don't know what to put there. So let's go back over inside the greenhouse, which is my favorite build in all of VALTIKSTON. From the outside it looks decent. It looks pretty good. Like it's like an A tier. But on the inside it's S tier. Look at that. I don't even know where I got the idea to build this. I just did it. and it just turned out so good. I only harvested this farm like twice, and now you can insta-mine meat, which is nice. Because you couldn't insta-mine anything. It's like in creative mode when you can't insta-mine. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Over here we have the Aztec Temple. This build is the biggest build probably in this entire Minecraft world. Actually no, the fortress is the biggest one. This is like second place. This thing is massive. And if we just, you know, a bit of stuff in the chest, we would as well. Anything the furnaces? No. Alright, so let's go upstairs onto the temple. By the way, inside the oh god. Inside the temple, I actually want to make like a bunch of traps and like a parkour course and something like that. I think that'd be super fun. But yeah, this is like, you know, this is the place you stand and get the thumbnails, you know what I'm saying? That's where you get the pictures. That's where the girls come after you. Sorry about that, I keep on having to chug some water because I'm getting a little bit of a headache. But yeah, this is like really cool. And you get a really nice view of VALTIKSTON, you know? But yeah, this wall area is massive. I mean, this just keeps on going. I mean, there's no builds here, so I'm not going to show it. But once I do build something, I will show you guys. Excuse me, I should not be taking damage on F1 because I can't see my health. Let's just sleep before mobs spawn. We don't want that. But yeah, that was my Aztec temple. I think it turned out very, very nice. And yeah, the thumbnail only shows Inf-Dev Town, so you gotta, you know, actually watch so that you can actually see all the other stuff. So over here is my mine. And we're actually going to go into the chest first. These are all of my broken tools from mining. There's actually more, but not in these chests. This chest just has a bunch of random junk. Oh, there's some petrified slabs in there. Interesting. So if we go down here, this is my tree farm. I built this very recently, and I did it off camera fully. I was just watching a bunch of JJ Everett Rose videos. By the way, shout out to him, great videos. But yeah, I literally just dug out a gigantic room. I mean, this thing is massive. I mean, just look at this. I mean, it doesn't look like much, but this took me 2 days to mine out. I mean, I had efficiency 4. I had 6 efficiency 4 pickaxes with unbreaking 3 and they all, like, broke. A lot of cobblestone from this. I completely forgot about the cobblestone I got from this. Oh, there's a lot of diamonds here as well. But yeah, I got a ton of resources. Like, a bunch of cobblestone. Like a bunch of gravel and flint, dirt, and wooden. Just put that in there with my other broken armor, which had feather falling. Saplings, wood. Then we have ores, dirt, a bunch of this was like loot. I found a dungeon. It's right there. That's where the dungeon was. It's really funny. Redstone. I made an entire chest just for redstone. Obsidian. That's where the obsidian came from. This entire area was full of lava rivers, and it was so annoying. And I mean, this is at Y level 8, so. And I mainly made this at 8 so that, you know, because if you do it at Y level 12, you're only gonna get diamonds on the floor. I mean, you're gonna get some like on like the walls and all that, but not on the ceiling, not like that high up. That's only gonna be like 20 or 18. So that's why I made it that deep. But yeah, that's a lot of obsidian. But this is not even the richest area of my world. I mean, when it comes to obsidian, yeah, and cobblestone. But the richest area of my world is my mine. That was not my mine, by the way. That was just a little tree farm. And it's not even that good, so I'm gonna be making a different one soon. Very, very. That might be what I do in episode of 101. But I'm not. I actually feel like I still can't find a good area for it. Like the vision I had in my head for it, I couldn't find a good area. So by the way. Oh yeah, before I go down here, because it's so annoying to go back up, the fire reminded me. I'm going to show you guys my nether portal room. It's another really cool build. All of the builds in VALTIKSTON are really hard worked on. Like, I spent a lot of time, like, thinking about how to make it look good. So you can see in here, we have a little bit of a cave, which goes deeper and deeper, and it gets more and more nethery, and less overworldy. And eventually, you get to the nether portal. Now, in the nether, you can check out probably the next, maybe like episode 103 or something, I don't know. In a few episodes time, I'm going to be building a double blaze spawner. So then I'll show you guys something. There's nothing too crazy, it's just like a chest, a little dugout room, and, I mean, I dug a hole into the nether roof, but that's pretty much it, really. So yeah, that's pretty much it for that. Very, very cool room there. I really do like it. And I will be building another nether portal room in Inf-Dev Town, because the nether portal is so out of place. It's in the middle of like the street. It's kind of ridiculous. But let's go down here. Because down here is what I call the slime farm. No, there's a lot of things here, including a mine shaft that way. But I blocked it up because they kept on, like, there was like a bunch of zombies knocking on my door. So yeah, this ladder just goes up here, and it is literally the simplest thing ever. You literally just stand there. Like, right here, you just stand here and AFK. I mean, I do place blocks here in case something comes here. It's literally like the most simple thing. But this is where I AFK my slime farm. And this is in a slime chunk this time. I actually remembered to do that. So if we go down here, we have a lot of things to show, including my mine, which is absolutely massive. These go on for like 400 blocks each. This one goes to... Okay, not this one, but the others, like, all of those go down to negative 4,000. And these go down to negative 3,200. In the X position, obviously. And it's all at diamond level. And by the way, I started playing around with some redstone. So basically, just a little bit of a note block tune. Oh, 1.3 coming soon. Oh my god. So, I mean, over that way, I guess I can show you this. This is just a kill chamber for the slime farm. I mean, this was also a strip mine. Oh, there's a lot here, isn't there? Oh, there's a big boy. Oh, it's just a big one. And like, a small one. Yeah, very, very simple. Very rudimentary. Just a little bit of a slime farm, which gave me 5! 5 from a big guy. What? But yeah, most of my slime is here in VALTIKSTON. And VALTIKSTON is also the richest of them all. Because in here, let's get started. Mob drops. I mean, we don't have that many. But then we have redstone. We have this chest and this chest full of redstone. Then we have lapis and diamonds. So I actually used up a lot of my diamonds recently. So I need to continue mining this soon because I'm running very low on diamonds. I had like 3 stacks at one point. Coal, iron. We don't have much iron left because I used it on rails. Gold, dirt, gravel and flint, cobblestone, torches, wood, obsidian. We have 1 obsidian here. This is just like random stuff, random junk. Loot, cobblestone, all empty. Empty coal chest. And the rest of these chests are pretty much empty, except for the extra tools, which has that. We have a lot of these, actually. A lot of that, a lot of those. We have a bit of stone in here. We have a lot of extra tools. I mean, a lot of Fortune 3 on breaking 3 pickaxes. In here we have the enchant area, which I built this before you needed less than 30 books. So you still needed 30 books, but I didn't have enough, so... I mean, now you don't need them anymore, you only need 15. So that's nice. This is my slime balls chest. Over here is the stone farm. Again, it's random chest. This is my automatic cobblestone farm. So you just sit here and mine. And you might be wondering, well, how do you collect the stone? Because there's no hoppers, and... I mean, they're not pushing into me, are they? Well, if I go over to here, now they will. So when I stand here, the piston like compresses the block to make it go up. It's the only way to make blocks go up in this book. It's the most ridiculous thing, but it works. And you just sit here, and the cobblestone very, very slowly flows into your inventory. Every time they have like a random amount of movement. Okay, I think the farm broke in this book. I just saw the cobblestone disappear. I think the piston's pushing it away. I think the farm is broken now, sadly, but... I mean, hey, it was fun while it lasted. I mean, at some point we're just gonna put this. This is the slime farm, and you can see there's a big boy here. I hear more slime somehow. Why am I getting like no slime balls from this? What? So yeah, as of right now, I kind of forgot that slimes only spawn up to Y level 16, so the rest of the floors are kind of pointless. But that's okay, isn't it? But yeah. Oh yeah, sapling as well. I was gonna make a different tree farm down here. This is my little furnace area, which also gets turned off by... By the way, this thing turns off all the lights, and you might be thinking that mobs probably spawn down here, but they actually don't. The mobs are just like... It's because these are slabs. They're actually petrified slabs, I just realized. But yeah, these are just slabs, so it's actually perfectly fine. And then you can just turn on that. But yeah, that is my Minecraft Evolution survival world. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, by the way. Really cool. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I do recommend you check out the full Let's Play, and that you like, or maybe you can just start watching from here, because I mean now you know everything about the world, so you might as well start watching from here, right? So yeah, episode 101 is probably gonna come out like later today or tomorrow, but probably not today. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this episode. I'm gonna now, after this like little outro, I'm gonna do a nice montage of all the thumbnails. So thank you guys so much for watching this episode. If you have any ideas for Let's Play, please let me know down in the comments, and I really hope a lot of you start watching the Let's Play from here on out. Hopefully we can start to gain more traction on the Let's Play, because we get an average of 2 to 5 views. But yeah, I mean, I'm not complaining, but my friends make fun of it, so it's probably really bad. I mean, it is quite bad, but yeah. I'm so happy that I get views, but hopefully this video gains some traction. I'm gonna spend £1 promoting this video on YouTube, by the way. Just for fun. £1, just to see what happens. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this episode, and I'll see you in the next one. And now, we're gonna get on with the montage.